Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger is an Austrian and American actor, businessman, filmmaker, retired professional bodybuilder, and politician who served as the 38th Governor of California between 2003 and 2011. Born, Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger, July 30, 1947. Time magazine named Schwarzenegger one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2004 and 2007. Schwarzenegger began lifting weights at the age of 15 and went on to win the Mr. Universe title at age 20 and subsequently won the Mr. Olympia title 7 times. He is widely regarded as either the greatest or one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and has written many books and articles about bodybuilding. The Arnold Sports Festival, considered the second most important bodybuilding event after Mr. Olympia, is named after him. He appeared in the bodybuilding documentary Pumping Iron. Schwarzenegger retired from bodybuilding and gained worldwide fame as a Hollywood action star, with his breakthrough in the sword and sorcery epic Conan the Barbarian, a box office hit with a sequel in 1984. After playing the title character in the science fiction film The Terminator, he starred in Terminator 2, Judgment Day and 3 other sequels. His other successful action films included Commando, The Running Man, Predator, Total Recall, and True Lies, in addition to comedy films such as Twins, Kindergarten Cop and Jingle All the Way. He is the founder of the film production company Oak Productions. As a Republican candidate, Schwarzenegger was first elected on October 7, 2003, in a special recall election to replace then-Governor Gray Davis. He received 48.6% of the vote, 17 points ahead of Democrat runner-up Cruz Bustamante. He was sworn in on November 17 to serve the remainder of Davis's term, and was re-elected in the 2006 California gubernatorial election with an increased vote share of 55.9% to serve a full term as governor. In 2011, he reached his term limit as governor and returned to acting. Schwarzenegger was nicknamed the Austrian Oak in his bodybuilding days, Arnie or Schwartz during his acting career, and the Governator during his political career. He married Maria Shriver, a niece of President John F. Kennedy, in 1986. They separated in 2011 after he admitted to having fathered a child with their housemate in 1997. Their divorce was finalized in 2021. Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger was born in Thal on July 30, 1947, the second son of Gustav Schwarzenegger and his wife, Aurelia. Schwarzenegger's father was the local chief of police. After the Anschluss in 1938, he joined the Nazi Party and, in 1939, the Sturmabteilung. In World War II, he served as a military policeman in the invasions of Poland, France and the Soviet Union, including the siege of Leningrad, rising to the rank of Hauptfeldwebel. He was wounded in the Battle of Stalingrad, and was discharged in 1943 following a bout of malaria. According to Holocaust scholar Michael Berenbaum, Gustav Schwarzenegger served in theaters of the war where atrocities were committed. But there is no way to know from the documents whether he played a role. Gustav's background received wide press attention during the 2003 California gubernatorial recall election in which Schwarzenegger was elected governor. Gustav Schwarzenegger married Aurelia on October 20, 1945. He was 38 and she was 23. According to Schwarzenegger, his parents were very strict. Back then in Austria it was a very different world. If we did something bad or we disobeyed our parents, the rod was not spared. He grew up in a Catholic family. Gustav preferred his elder son, Meinhard, over Arnold. His favoritism was strong and blatant, which stemmed from unfounded suspicion that Arnold was not his biological child. Schwarzenegger has said that his father had no patience for listening or understanding your problems. He had a good relationship with his mother, with whom he kept in touch until her death. On April 26, 1986, Schwarzenegger married Shriver in Hyannis, Massachusetts. They have 4 children, including Catherine Schwarzenegger and Patrick Schwarzenegger. All of their children were born in Los Angeles. The family lived in an 11,000-square-foot home in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles, California, with vacation homes in Sun Valley, Idaho, and Hyannisport, Massachusetts. They attended St. Monica's Catholic Church. Schwarzenegger was born with a bicuspid aortic valve, an aortic valve with only 2 leaflets, where a normal aortic valve has 3. He opted in 1997 for a replacement heart valve made from his own pulmonic valve, which itself was replaced with a cadaveric pulmonic valve. In a Ross procedure, medical experts predicted he would require pulmonic heart valve replacement surgery within the next 2 to 8 years because his valve would progressively degrade. Schwarzenegger apparently opted against a mechanical valve, the only permanent solution available at the time of his surgery, because it would have sharply limited his physical activity and capacity to exercise. On March 29, 2018, Schwarzenegger underwent emergency open-heart surgery for replacement of his replacement pulmonic valve. He said about his recovery, "I underwent open-heart surgery this spring. I had to use a walker. I had to do breathing exercises 5 times a day to retrain my lungs. I was frustrated and angry, and in my worst moments, I couldn't see the way back to my old self." In 2020, 23 years after his first surgery, Schwarzenegger underwent a surgery for a new aortic valve. Schwarzenegger is considered among the most important figures in the history of bodybuilding, and his legacy is commemorated in the Arnold Classic annual bodybuilding competition. He has remained a prominent face in bodybuilding long after his retirement, in part because of his ownership of gyms and fitness magazines. He has presided over numerous contests and awards shows. Schwarzenegger has enjoyed a highly successful business career. Following his move to the United States, Schwarzenegger became a prolific goal setter and would write his objectives at the start of the year on index cards, like starting a mail-order business or buying a new car, and succeed in doing so. As a result of his early business and investment success, Schwarzenegger became a millionaire by the age of 25, well before making a name for himself in Hollywood. His path to financial independence came as a result of his success as an entrepreneur and investor with a series of lucrative business ventures and real estate investments.